Okay, what's up, everyone? It's early in the morning. That's why I'm not talking super loud. No one is up yet except for me. And I know you might be upset because I put no one understands the infield fly rule. And you very well may. But I'm surprised by how many people don't understand the infield fly rule. And this goes for everyone. I see so many games. We're going to show one right here where a lot of people get confused. And maybe they understand the rule. I don't know if they don't practice it or what it is, but you'll see this happen in a lot of games where the ball will drop on an infield fly and both offensive and defensive players freak out and they don't know what to do. In every camp that we run, we'll talk about the infield fly rule, and most players might get a few pieces of it right, but they don't understand the complete rule. And so I want to go over it today. Also, a lot of times in the comments of certain pop-ups, people be like, where's the infield fly rule? Why isn't it an infield fly? And they'll be like, a runner on first, or there'll be 2 outs, or there'll just be something where it's like, because that's not the rule. So we're going to go over the rule today, and I'm going to show you this game that happened not too long ago between the Reds and the Cardinals. So let's just show the play first. So here we go. Let me break down the situation. We have bases loaded. It's the first inning. It's 0-0. There's 1 out. And here we go. We get a pop-up. Now you can't see the umpire call it just yet, but he calls infield fly. The ball drops. We throw the ball home. He steps on the plate. Now he starts to run this guy down. Now he's really confused. He throws over here. Now they tag this guy who's on a base. Still no one knows what's going on. Now this guy is going to start to run home again. Now they say, okay, maybe we should tag him. Okay, there we go. We're out. So chaos. Let's go over the rule and then let's slow it down. Let's break it down and explain what should have happened. So I'm just going to read you, okay, to make it easy. I brought it over here so we can read it and make sure that we hit on every single part. Here it is. The infield fly rule is a baseball rule that declares a batter is out when a fair fly ball is catchable by an infielder with ordinary effort, provided there are runners on first and second base or bases loaded. Very, very important. First and second or bases loaded. So many people, there'll be a guy at first and people will yell, where's the infield fly? First and second, bases loaded. Fewer than 2 outs. That's another big one. Sometimes with 2 outs, people will say it. Fewer than 2 outs. The rule is designed to prevent the defense from intentionally dropping the ball to create a double play situation. The rule states that if a fair fly ball can be caught by an infielder with ordinary effort, now, this is up to the umpire. He has to determine, is this ordinary effort or is it not? There's been plays where it's debatable and people are like, that infielder couldn't get to that ball. That's not ordinary effort. Again, it's up to the umpire to decide. And sometimes they have to decide quickly. But the batter's automatically out regardless if the ball is caught or not. Again, it has to be a fair fly ball. Can't be a bunt. Can't be a line drive. And then the runners can advance at their own risk. So they're not required to tag up when the ball drops. They don't have to tag up, but they also don't have to go. If the ball's caught, obviously, then they have to tag up. Okay, so this is what happens, and this is why you have to practice this. And we practice this. We're actually going to practice today at practice. Let's go back here. Okay, so here's the ball. The ball is hit. Also, the umpire, I didn't mention it yet, I don't think. The umpire will usually he should put his hand up in the air. He's going to point up in the air and yell, infield fly, batter is out. And so as a defense, you have to be able to listen and hear that. But if you're unsure, you can always find the umpire and he should have his hand up in the air. So here's the ball. It's a pop-up to the infield. Now they call infield fly. And again, you're going to see him in a second. The ball drops. Boom. Okay. When the ball drops right here, as a defense, just stay on the base. Don't go anywhere. The batter is out. So as a runner, you have to be paying attention too. The ball goes up, you're unsure, you have to listen. And if you can't hear anything, you have to find the umpire and see if he has his hand up in the air. Now the ball drops. See, this guy right here, he's already taken off. So he's unaware that there's an infield fly. So they're going to throw the ball home. Now you can see here the umpire. See how he has his hand up. So he yelled infield fly, batter's out. He has his hand up, pointing up to the sky. Now, the catcher catches the ball and he steps on home. There's no force. Now, maybe he had no idea and he said, I'll just step on it just in case. There's no force. Okay, this is very, very important. This is where it gets messed up. You have to tag runners because the force is gone. So that's important. We've seen this before, and I've seen it a bunch of times where the runner will come sprinting in on this play, and the catcher will tag home and forget to tag the runner, and the runner's safe. So you have to tag him. So he tags the plate. Now he's going to start to run this guy down. Now it looks like, okay, you can see the run right here. So he also wasn't sure what to do because he went about halfway and he stopped. Again, just stay on the base. So he starts to run him here. Now you've got two runners at third base. This guy's putting his hands up looking like, I don't know what's going on right here. Now all they really had to do is just keep running these guys back here and you're going to have two runners right here. So I'm not sure why he turned and threw. I think he thought that this guy didn't tag up. So he was like, all right, I'm going to throw to second and get that guy out because he's at third. He never tagged up. You don't have to tag up. So he throws here. Now they tag this guy, but this guy's already on the base. So he's safe regardless, right? So we tag here and he's like, is he out? I'm not sure. And it's like, no, he's not out. He's on a base right now. So he's not out. Oh, okay. So he looks over here. This guy's pointing up too, saying like it was an infield fly. And he's like, okay, now we've got two runners over here, and this guy's like, well, I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just jog home. So now he jogs home, and the catcher's like, okay, throw me the ball again. And now he just jogs into an out and gets tagged. What are we doing? You're not out. Stop, run back, make a play. Like, don't just jog into an out. But I think he probably thought that somebody else already made the third out because they threw it down there. So he gets tagged out, and now this guy's like, okay, you're out. So offense, defense, nobody knows what the hell's going on. I see this happen way too much. I think every team needs to spend more time on this because the infield fly happens, in my opinion, more than you think, and a lot of teams don't practice it. The players should be able to cite the rule. I make our players cite the rule, all the things we went over, cite the rule, but then also practice it over and over again, offense and defense. Everyone needs to know what to do. We're going to practice that today. Let me know if you knew all of those criteria of the infield fly in the comment section below. Let me know if I missed anything. I don't think I did. I was reading it to make sure that I made every single point. And that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Sorry I had to whisper. I probably woke everyone up. I got excited there. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you later.